There we go.
How you doing, brother? I'm here with Elise. Have you met Elise?
Omar.
Doing pretty good. Hey, how you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic.
Where are you driving to?
Good deal. Man, I actually work for ADT, so I drive all over the Gulf Coast for work. So I'm in Mississippi, Alabama, all over.
Okay. Well,
Yes,
thanks for dedicating some time while you're out working. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem, man.
Oh, so exciting.
Yeah. Well, so we're doing this call with Omar because he did a deal with DealMachine.
Yeah, you did.
And we're going to give you, I'm just saying, a DealMachine hat for every deal that you do.
Okay. Good deal, good deal.
Yeah. So how many deals have you done so far?
One thus far,
Okay.
and I actually have another under contract with the same gentleman that I closed with on the first home. So he's looking
Really?
to sell another property. Yes, sir.
Okay.
So I'm assuming he just kind of wanted to see how the first deal would go, just to make sure everything went smoothly. And it worked out, and we actually built some, like a good relationship. He's a 82-year-old gentleman, lives up in the country. And I don't think he gets a lot of people to come, sit down and talk with him. His wife isn't in the best of health. So I've gone up a couple of times and spent a couple hours with him, just sitting and chatting with him. He's a pretty cool guy.
That's cool. Good job
Yeah.
building that rapport. It's so
I was
important.
just about to say that's gold right there, that you built so much rapport with him that he trusts you. So he's like, all right, well, now I just need to give him more stuff because I don't want to deal with it, because obviously he has a lot on his plate.
Yeah, it seems that way. And his biggest thing, like when we were sitting there, and he told me the story about him meeting his wife. And like I said, he's 82 and they've been married. They'll be married October 23rd for 65 years.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
I hope to live that long.
Yeah, that's what I told him. So, and basically, like I said, she's not in the best of health, and he's just kind of watching her, I guess move on to say. And right now he just wants to spend his time with her and get rid of, some properties. So I'm able to help him out, and like sitting there actually talking to the gentleman, like I completely forgot, why I was there. It was just actually just listening to him and getting to know him. So he's a cool guy. I'm definitely gonna be in touch with him, even after we, finish the homes and whatnot.
That's awesome. So how did you find the deal originally?
Man, I was actually leaving my mom's home, and I was driving around, and we had just, downloaded DealMachine. So I was like, hey man, let's give it a shot. So we was driving around, and I found a home, and just so happened the home that I took a picture of and sent the postcard out for is a home that we're about to purchase now. When I first spoke to him, he said, hey, I have a better house that you might be interested in. Let's get that one squared away. So I was like, okay, cool. So we moved forward with the first home, and then we worked our way back to the second home, and here we are.
Dang.
Yeah.
Well, so this house, you noticed that it was like run down, or what? How'd you add it?
It looked like it needed a little bit of work. I could tell there was it looked like someone was living there, but I wasn't 100% sure. And I kind of just looked around, and I was like, man, hey, maybe it needs a little bit of work. So what's the worst that can happen? And we actually went into DealMachine, and we edited the templates a little bit on the postcards, and we were getting good feedback with the postcards, and sent that out, and went from there. And just so happened there is a tenant there. And I actually stopped by there, spoke to him. He's been there for over 20 years now.
Holy cow.
And, Mr. Duke, that's the other stipulation with Mr. Duke. That's the gentleman who's selling the homes. He doesn't want this tenant to move out. So my biggest concern, and I really want to help out Mr. Duke, I don't want to get rid of this property and, have to worry about someone putting the tenant out. So I'm going to take on this property myself just to make sure that this gentleman stays, in that home.
That's awesome.
Huge. Now you're starting to build a portfolio now.
Right. And it's crazy how it worked out. Like, we're just starting out. We don't have, hardly any capital, but the way it's unfolding, like even with Mr. Duke, I was able to get it under contract, but honestly, it's not even about the contract at this point. I think that he just, really trusts me, and, we have a good relationship, and he's only going to give the home to me pretty much at this point. So, cause like I said, I told him, and I like to be a man of my word, and I don't want that gentleman to get kicked out. And I'm going to make sure that, I hold on to that home at least until that gentleman wants to move on and go and, do whatever he wants to do. And then I can, worry about liquidating it or whatever it may be. So that's my main concern right now.
Omar, that's so awesome.
So I want to ask you, just for people who are going to watch this, you know, they like to take takeaways from how people market and brand themselves with their mailers. So like, how many mailers are you sending out? Are you doing campaigns? Are you switching it up? What template type of thing?
I really like the third template. And as far as mailers, so like I said, I work a full-time job, and with my job, I have to drive around a good bit. So right now, I'm just doing a daily goal of, you know, getting at least 20 to 25, adding 20 to 25 properties. And I go home, and I also have PropStream. So I have PropStream and DealMachine. I have them both put up on the laptop, and I kind of work, you know, side by side. That way I can get a little bit more information before I send out the mailers. Like I said, we're not working with a ton of capital. After that first deal went through, we took that money and put it right back into DealMachine and PropStream. And I try to, you know, narrow it down as far as who I send the mailers out to, just to try to, you know, I really want to make sure they're someone that's trying to sell. It cuts down on the, you know, the bad calls. I've only had like one call where I've been, you know, cursed out before, but, you know, I'm trying to keep their percentage down.
When they see their house on the postcard, I feel like it either goes, I've had both ways too, where it's like they call and they're like, rah, and then, or else they're like, wow, I can see you really hustled. And I'm like,
right.
Yes, I did. Thank you.
Yeah, that's actually, say that again.
Is this the postcard template you like?
Right, that's it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Now, do you add your logo or a personal picture, headshot?
We have a logo.
Okay.
Have a logo to it. Yes,
that's so cool. Do you now, and you change the wording to your own personal, like, wording of how you wanted?
Yeah, we've gone through a couple of different, you know, I guess, different templates and different styles, just trying to figure out the word and find out what works best. And right now, we like where we're at right now with the template. So we're getting some good feedback, and we're going to roll with that for a little while. Of course, there may be something later on down the line where we'll have to edit it and update it. But
hey,
right now,
it's working though, like,
yeah, keep doubling down on what's working.
Sure.
So how many are you sending out? Are you like do you have it on repeat?
If like I said, I'm using PropStream. Yeah, we do have it on repeat. So we have it set for every 30 days, and we try to send, you know, about 6 to 12 mailers. So we try to stay in that range, right there. Typically, if we don't hear back from them, you know, within, you know, 3 to 4 mailers, at that point, I'm starting to try to get their number, some along those lines. I've had a few emails because we have our email included on the postcard, but more phone calls than anything.
That's so awesome. So are you a team? I'm sorry, I'm coming in from knowing nothing. Yeah. So are you a team of 2, 3?
Well, 2, my wife actually. So
dynamic duo, power couple.
Yeah. So we just actually had a newborn. We have a 4-year-old and a 4-month-old, Kyle and Carson.
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
Thank you.
That's so great.
Yeah, we ride around, and she'll have Zillow pulled up on the iPad looking at, you know, hot areas where things are sold, and, you know, I have DealMachine pulled up, so we work hand in hand. It's cool.
That's so awesome.
You're building a legacy for them, and just to see that their parents are working together, that's so, like, you guys are great role models for your kids.
Thank you. Yeah, we're trying.
That's so exciting. Now, where are you located again? I'm so sorry.
He's on the...
we're located in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, nice. I do know where that is.
It's the home of the Mardi Gras. Don't let anyone tell you it started in New Orleans. It started in Mobile, Alabama.
Oh, I did not realize
okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll be like, I had come from a reliable source that Mardi Gras did not come from.
Yeah, they can at me.
I love it. So you're going to hold on to this house, and then so you said you're adding 20 to 25 properties a day, you said?
Yes. And on top of those properties, we have, I believe, about 7 more in the pipeline that have come from DealMachine. We're in contact with them. We haven't made any like formal offers just yet. We're just talking. I typically don't, you know, when I first started out on, you know, YouTube and everything, you know, a lot of people like to go ahead and, you know, make the offer and don't go out until they, you know, the numbers match up. But my biggest thing is just having a conversation with the people and, you know, and finding out what they, you know, how I can really help, you know, because sometimes I've actually come up on a couple situations where there's nothing I could do from a wholesale standpoint, but I'll put them in contact with a real estate agent or you maybe a rental property company, because there's people, you know, not necessarily looking to sell, but they just, like this, for example, one lady, she thought she wanted to sell, but she just couldn't, take care of the rental property. She's in Huntsville. So I actually put in contact with a few rental companies that now she's able to hold on to a property and still rent it out. And basically I helped her relieve herself of a headache, and she still gets to keep her property. Of course, I would have loved to, make some money from it, I guess, per se, but I was able to help her out. So that was cool. So that's my biggest thing.
That's awesome long-term thinking right there instead of just being short-term.
Yeah. And and that shows how good of a heart you have too. I feel like people in this industry Max Maxwell preaches it all the time. Tony the Closer does too, where it's just, you should be wanting to help other people. And that's what's going to make you successful, because it's just like paying it forward. And and that woman can refer you to other people, and that builds your reputation as an honest and, good person to work with. So I'm so excited, because how long have you been doing this now?
2 months.
Holy crap.
Yeah, 2 months.
Good start.
That's so amazing. You guys literally
yeah,
right out of the gate, just going.
Right. Yeah. I don't know when the exact moment was, but we pretty much just said go, and that was it. And we've been going full steam ahead ever since then.
Oh my gosh. And you guys are wanting to do this full time then, so you can, or are you wanting to keep the other job?
Well, I love working with ADT. It's it's different. I'm giving, security solutions. So it's still helping people out, either way it goes. So we'll keep it for now, my job. But in the meantime, we'll see where this goes. Of course, long term, I would love to, retire and be able to do this full time and, go have a beach, be on the beach or something like that, where people talk about
yeah.
it. But right now, I like what I'm doing, just help people out, and it's cool. It's, just going from there. Short term, and then long term, we'll shut it down and invest in real estate full term, I guess.
Oh my God. I'm so excited for you, because it just sounds like you guys have such good momentum and such good mindsets about it all. So it's just like you guys are putting that positive energy out there, and it's just coming right back at you.
I believe we added a little over 500 or so.
Okay.
That's awesome.
And of course, we have to go through
and that was in Mobile.
So like I said, we're trying to add 20 to 25 a day. Yeah, that's Mobile. I've done a few homes over in Mississippi, but as far as main thing, I'm just trying to focus on like our area, our market for now, and then I'll start to branch out a little bit in Mississippi. I'm over there, most of the time anyway, so I guess I could start adding a few homes over in Mississippi.
Sure.
That's awesome.
Well, cool. We got to send you a hat, and your wife a hat. We'll give you both a hat if you want.
Man, please do, man. I definitely rock it, man. I'll definitely wear it. Not a problem.
Yay!
All right. That sounds good, Omar. Thank you so much again for sharing your story.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all inviting me on and chat with me.
Oh, my gosh. We're so happy to have you in the fam.
I appreciate it. Hopefully we'll get to talk again soon.
All right. Can't wait. Bye, Omar.
All right, now. All right, have a good one.
You too. Bye.